The last time I was in the UK, in London, last Christmas, I spent most of my time, as I very often try to, at Watkins Books. And when I was in there, a couple of the days that I was there, I was lucky enough to meet Carl Nordblom, the author of Historiola recently, for whom I have a lot of respect, and who has in the past pointed me to some fantastic books. And I asked him this time round, Carl, are there any books that you can recommend to me that you think are just hidden gems, hidden books that don't get enough recognition considering the quality of what's inside or whatever, right? And Carl said, yes, you need to check out Conjure Codex. So I'd heard of Conjure Codex, of course. It's a very popular journal, right? Edited by Jake Stratton-Kent, Dis Albion, and Erzebet, who, of course, in later editions becomes Erzebet Barthold. So I picked up this first edition, this first issue, which was from 2011, right, all the way back then. And oh my goodness, it's so much fun. It's so much fun. I mean, as you might expect from Hadean Press and Jake Stratton-Kent, like that explosive combination of quality and of passion, right? And that absolutely comes through here. And I wanted to share with you a little bit of the contents. So maybe I can just go through the table of contents for you to start off with. So we've got this really nice introductory article by Jake Stratton-Kent where he talks about how people look at him weird when he says that you really need a garden if you're going to be a wizard. And I really like his thoughts on that. And then we've got many more. The Paladins of Earth and Fire, the Tree of the Grimoires, Modern Grimoiric Evocation, the Conte de Gabalis, the Great and True Natural Secret of the Queen of the Hairy Flies, Language of the Birds, Infernal Conjurecraft, Lesson from Guinan, an interview with England's most notorious necromancer. I think that's a great title for Jake Stratton-Kent. Nefarious Occult Dealings, Necromancy, Ghosts and Spirit Expeditions in the Greco-Roman Hoodoo and Vodou magical traditions. So yeah, some fantastic titles. And then inside, what you're getting is just some fantastic thought pieces. And it's like reading it's all very approachable, and it is like reading a magazine where it's the stuff you're actually interested in rather than being about cars or painting models or or whatever else magazines might be about. It's actually about magic, and this is going to be so up anyone who watches my channel. It's going to be so up your street. You're going to love this so much. As I say, it's all very approachable, very well edited, very nicely presented as well. Like each article has got its own style, right? Its own presentation, its own font as well, its own title page. It's great. It's really nice. As I say, it is like reading a magazine, just a magazine that you where you care about the contents, not just a magazine that you'll pick up at the dentist's. All right, so then this is the second edition. So the second edition was 2013, so a couple of years later. Let's see what we have here in terms of the contents. Becoming the Green Mystery. Oh, that was a really nice article there. Jesus Malverde, Angel of the Poor. The Grimoire of Armadale, A Meeting with Betel. Really lovely description of Suzanne Isles. I think. I hope I've not mispronounced your surname, Suzanne. Her experience using the technique of the Armadale, and then pondering the relation between the idea of submission and surrender. Yeah, really, really cool. The Testament of Solomon, so the actual Testament of Solomon, no less, right? Which Jake Stratton-Kent wanted to share, since he wasn't going to be sharing it in his, at the time, upcoming Testament of Cyprian the Mage, right? So it's all here, the actual Testament of Solomon. Then we've got the Grimoire of Saint Cyprian, or the Prodigies of the Devil, translated and with an introduction by José Leitao. The Love Spells of the Petit Albert, also translated and with an introduction by Talia Felix. So we're getting actual grimoires here, like actual, you know, core material. Cities of Life and Death, Against the Interim, a guide to cutting up our bureaucracies with cut-up trance and pain. The Three Purifiers, the Asperging Herbs of the True Grimoire, by Dr. Alex Cummins, no less. The Saint, the Magus, and the Devil, and once again, you know, we're still staying with this really nice, high quality of presentation. The paper is, you know, it's a paperback. It's actually pretty pulpy, but it's the quality of everything else here that makes this completely pop. It's fantastic, so much fun. And then we move on to the third volume here. This one was 2017, so yeah, quite a while later, 4 years later, right? Interpreting the Spirit Catalogues, the Long Text Group, Dirt Sorcery, Rich Scrolls, Dirt of Jupiter, the Goetic Triangle, A New Look, the Mysterious Waters of Olokun, an allegorical interpretation of the spirits of the air of Thursday, Faustus's Good Friend, being an archaeology of late antiquity magical techniques obscurely found in Christian apologetics, Unapologetically Catholic by José Leitao, which is a very interesting article there, and A Teacupful of Dreaming, Thinning the Veil with Artemisia Vulgaris. There we are. So very, very cool stuff. Yeah, it's just every article a pleasure to read, an absolute delight. And then finally the fourth one, which was published. Let me see. It was published 2020. All right. So the next one will be quite soon, from what I understand. But of course, Jake Stratton-Kent has been having some really serious health issues, and you know, it's one of the reasons for my showing this today. Well, the main reason is because I've been wanting to show it to you for ages and ages and ages. But of course, you know, any support that Jake can get right now is vital, right? It's very, very important. But yes, just loads and loads of very, very great stuff, and it's so nice, in fact, to be reading articles by Jake Stratton-Kent. You know, it's like sharing a cup of tea with a friend. You know, it's wonderful. We've got a couple of really cool authors here. The Golden Guest by Jack Grail here, Contemplation of Gold by Kath Thompson, Shadowmancy and the PGM's Rite of Helios, or as I like to call it, Misadventures in Amateur Occultism. That's a very nice one. Yeah, the daemon. Oh, there we go. And the treasure. Yeah. 10 days in Greece, reading the stations' names helped with that. Treasures of the Grave, practical guide for the aspiring necromancer. Michael Scott, The Life of a True Magician. I've not read that one yet. The Picatrix Deacon Art Project. Aztec Solar Magic, Blood and Gold. Treasure of Heart Essence. The Revelations of the Great Yogini Seracandro. Gold ripens as much as moonlight as sun. As much by moonlight as sun, excuse me. Guns of Brixton. And then there are a couple of reviews. There's a nice review what am I thinking? Joseph Peterson's Secrets of Solomon. Here it is, right there. There we go. And more. Yeah, so yeah, really, really nice. If you are after some lighter reading that is going to be deeply fascinating and completely relevant to your magic obsession, then I cannot recommend these highly enough. I think they're about £25 each. I think that's absolutely the right price point, actually. The kind of quality that you're getting, it's not just it's not just form, right? It is definitely content. It is material that you're going to grow from. There's no question about it. I've certainly grown from reading the articles in these journals, but you're going to have fun in the process. I mean, how perfect is that? So yeah, tremendous stuff right here, and I can't wait for the 5th issue, which, as I say, should be out soon. I'm not exactly sure what soon it precisely means, but I think that it's going to be certainly we're going to be talking about months rather than years, right? So yeah, fingers crossed that Erzebet can manage to put the 5th issue together quite soon. I'll certainly show it to you when it appears. There we are, everyone. Thanks ever so much for watching. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up, subscribe down below. There are links to all 4 issues down in the in the description. The comments have got a little bit about how you can support the channel if you care about the stuff that I talk about here, and that you'd like to help keep the lights on, as I say, and just have a lovely morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are, and take care of yourselves, and see you very soon with another video. Bye bye.